Good morning, family. This is Real Talk with Moshe Bin. I just want to talk about the Colorado truck incident. It seems like there's madness going on in Colorado. Like I heard truckers, they on strike, they not delivering, they not receiving packages from out of state. It's bad out there. I mean, the truckers, all the trucking companies and all the truckers in Colorado, they not even shipping, or even truck drivers around the country, they not going to bring deliveries to Colorado. Because basically, that young trucker, I think he was 23 years old. He looked like a Hispanic dude. It don't matter what his race is. They sentenced this young man to 110 years because he caused an accident, and caused like dozens of people to get killed. But the company he was driving for said he had a faulty truck. Like the truck was not kept up, and you got a lot of these low budget truck companies. These truck companies, they don't keep up with their trucks. So y'all gonna give this young man 110 years, man. I tell you, that's unfair justice. You got murderers getting 5 years, 10 years, rapists getting 5 years. But since he caused a multiple trucking accident and they had a few fatalities, they gonna give him 110 years. I tell you, boy, the justice system in this country is flawed. I'm telling you, if he had the complexion for the connection, they probably would have gave him at least 20 years. Let it would have been a black boy, a black man. They'd have gave him life. If there'd have been a black dude, they'd give him life. Well, 110 years, that's his life. Because the average human don't live that long. You know, we don't live to be 110 years old like that. The average human. Especially Israelites. Israelite men, we don't live long. We barely make it to 55. Because all the stress and buffoonery we got to deal with in this society. We already in a world that's um, built up against us. So, but back to the incident, I think it's wrong. And they say they had millions of people sign the petition to get his sentence reduced. I think they should get his sentence reduced. Reduce his sentence down at least, give him at least 20 years, man. You know, no, give him at least 10, 20 years. And if he serve about 5 or 10, give him some, make him be eligible for parole, man. It was an accident. Ain't like he did it on purpose. It was an accident. But I tell you, they just want to make an example out of this trucker. And, truckers are disrespected, You see, the blue collar workers in America are disrespected. Like, truckers, plumbers, tradesmen, that work on air conditions, plumbers, your masons, not the damn freemen. I'm talking about bricklayers, the masons, the brick masons, not those damn secret society buffoons. But they are disrespected by society. But society failed to realize without those tradesmen, society won't function. Like your garbage men, your plumbers, bricklayers, HVAC workers. Y'all should be praising these men that work in these fields. Y'all should be treating these men like king and women, because you got some women working those fields, but it's majority of men that work in those fields. But y'all should praise these tradesmen like the kings they are, because they are kings. And I said it and I meant it. I don't care, because without those men in them fields, you have to fix your own sink. You have to fix your own toilet. You have to fix your own air conditioning. And the average person don't know how to deal with all that. Your electricians too. I can't leave them out, the electricians. Especially without the electricians and the power line workers, like the utility workers. Without those type of tradesmen, society will crumble. Remember that. So all those who crap on blue collar workers that work in those tradesman fields, without those men and women, y'all crumble. Society will crumble. Y'all lose your mind. Y'all go crazy. Real talk. And that's the truth. But yeah, 110 years, come on now, man. Colorado, y'all wrong for that, man. Y'all suck, Colorado. Whoever that judge was, man, you suck. You suck. You a miserable piece of crap as a human being. You're going to give the young man 110 years, and like he did it on purpose. I don't care if you give him 110 years. It's not going to bring the victim's families back. Things happen, man. Unfortunately, people lost their lives in an accident. Things happen, man. But Come on now, man. That's just too harsh. You just want to make an example out of this young man. You want to make an example out of this trucker to get other truckers out there to be scared. If they cause an accident, they might be next. They might get a 110 years sentence. It's bad enough there's a shortage of truckers already. And you just gonna make it worse by giving them 110 years. Now you got the truckers in Colorado. They don't want to work. They on strike. They on strike. So people in Colorado, man, they starving. They got to go out of state, man, to go get food. They say most of the stores out there and shelves are empty. You see, without the trucks, man, you see the truckers are the lifeline of America. Transportation, like the truckers, the railroad industry, they are the lifeline of America, man. Because without the transportation industry, things won't get shipped. I mean, they work nonstop. They sacrifice. These men and women that work in the transportation industry, they sacrifice a lot. My hat's off to those men and women that work in transportation. If you work in the railroad industry, truckers, FedEx, UPS, y'all rarely get time to spend time with y'all family. Y'all work nonstop. I'm sure some of them get off days, like the UPS and FedEx workers. I'm sure they get off days, but most of the times they working weekends, holidays. They don't have time to spend with their family. And especially the railroad industry. The railroad industry, man, you be on call. You get your off days, but sometimes you be on call. You got to go back on the yard and go to your next on your next trip. They put a strand on your relationships and marriages if you're a man that work in the railroad industry. A lot of these railroad workers, man, they end up getting divorced. Because their wives can't take it. The stress. Being away from your family. And then you got temptation out there. If you don't have a faithful woman, man, she'll start creeping around on you. Or some of the railroad workers, whoever they'll creep around with a female they meet on their trips. On the road or on the tracks. But back to the man issue though. It's wrong. 110 years. Come on now. Get that sentence reduced, man. I hope he get his sentence reduced. That's too much, man. Young man was crying and pleading in the big courtroom. He was crying to the judge. The judge didn't care about these judges are cold-hearted. They some draconians, man. They got cold hearts like serpents, like dragons. They are serpents, man. They are dragons. They are reptilians. A lot of these judges in these courtrooms, they cold-hearted. They heart is colder than Sub-Zero ice or Mortal Kombat. Real talk. But yeah, 110 years. I'm telling you, if that had been a young black man, he'd have gave him 2 life sentences probably. But 110 years, that's his life, because you ain't gonna be able to serve all those 110 years unless he be lucky to find a vampire inmate and become a vampire. But I'm serious though. The average human don't live that long. But man, it's wrong. Like I said, sorry it had to happen, man. A lot of people got killed, but you got pileups every day. You got highway accidents every day happening across America. And you really can't you gotta blame the trucking company, because they say the truck he was driving the maintenance was poor. It wasn't kept up on a regular day and basis. You see, when you have these trucks, man, you gotta make sure these trucks, these semi trucks or 18-wheelers are properly kept up in maintenance, because that's a juggernaut. Those are juggernauts, And 9 times out of 10, when a truck hit a car, the trucker driver gonna survive, but some big powerful vehicles. You gotta keep the tires up, the brakes, engine, man, the brakes and the tires, man. Because some of these low budget truck companies, they have the tires. Be having their drivers driving on tires that's bald. They need to change them tires, damn it. Change the damn tires. You gotta prevent safety first. You gotta practice safety. Safety is a essential key to have a better trucking rating for your company. But yeah, 110 years, man. Come on now, man. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section, man. But yeah, it's been circulating on the internet. The Colorado trucking, man. Eventually they're gonna have to start trucking again. Probably they might start trucking about maybe next year, in 2022. But I tell you, 2021 been a heck of a year. It's been a year of festivity. Shout out to Sister B Sparrow. She came up with that word. I'm pissed off beyond festivity. I don't blame the sister. It's been a year of festivity, man. Shout out to the cleanup crew, man. Y'all know who y'all. Kate Judah, Ariel, Master Moshe. Shout out to the sisters and salute to y'all. Sister Eve, August Dreams. Nama Real, Oracle 007, man. I love y'all, the pure heart, man. Hope y'all have a blessed day today. But yeah, man, 110 years, man, that's too much, man. That judge, man, he just wanted to make an example out of that trucker. That's all. He wanted to make an example out of that trucker. Plus the driver, he was young, 23 years old. He was 23 years old. And so I guess the judge, he said, I'm going to make an example out of this young man. And then he was non-white too. So that's another strike. He was non-white. So he gonna say, I'm gonna give him 110 years. But I'm telling you, if that had been a young white trucker, probably give him a slap on the wrist. A slap on the wrist. Oh, you good, bud. You good. Give him about at least 5-7 years. Give him 7 years, he'll probably just serve a fraction of that. Probably serve about maybe 10% of that. Give him about 2 years, he'd be out on parole. But I'm telling you, it'd have been a young white dude, give him about 7 to 10 years. Within 2 to 3 years, he'd be out. He'd be out on the road again. Real talk. Real talk. But let it would have been a black dude. Or we giving him multiple life sentences. He ain't getting out. He ain't going to see the light of day again. Probably wouldn't want to give him the damn death penalty. But yeah, y'all could go look it up, man. The Colorado truck incident. Y'all could go look it up. He caused a multiple car accident. The truck, he must have lost control in the truck. But the truck he was driving was faulty. It wasn't kept up with maintenance. So why you want to make this truck driver suffer? Make the company suffer. Sue the victims ought to come together and sue the trucking company. Sue the damn truck company. But no, they're going to put it all on the driver. Give him 110 years. Even if they get his sentence reduced, he's still going to probably serve a lengthy sentence. I can see the judge. Okay, y'all want me to reduce the sentence? All right, we're going to reduce it down to 70. That's still a lot of years. Even if they get it reduced down to 25%, he's still going to serve a lot of years. And by the time he get out, he's going to be an old man. I tell you, man, that's crazy. He get 110 years, but you got these pedophiles out here. They'll probably get, and these child abusers, they'll probably get 2 to 5 years or less. You got some murderers, some people that did murder, only get 10 years. That's crazy. It's crazy. But it all depends what state you're in, because every jurisdiction and states have different judges and different laws and all that buffoonery. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this video short, man. I don't want to be all morning talking about this, but yeah, I think it's ludicrous that he got 110 years, man. He could have given him a reasonable sentence. It was an accident, like I said, it was an accident. But y'all could go look it up. And I don't blame the truckers in Colorado, man. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing. Don't start trucking till they respect y'all, because truckers don't get respect. It's like they don't respect truckers, man. And without the truckers, man, you ain't getting no food in your stores. I don't care what store you shop at. You ain't getting no food without those truckers. Because once the trucks stop moving, that's when you know it's bad. That's gonna be the main event. When the trucks stop moving and the foods, you got food shortages going on now. What the hell I'm talking about? That was a major issue ever since this pandemic started. You had food shortage. Y'all remember like in late 2019 and 2020 when the pandemic first was on the rise? Man, you couldn't find nothing. You couldn't find toilet paper, hand sanitizer. It was chaotic. And it's gonna be like that with the food. Look, then you got inflation. The food prices going up. Inflation going to increase next year in 2022. I mean, it's getting bad out here, family. It's getting bad out here. Just like I mentioned about the homeless crisis on the West Coast. It's getting bad out here, family, man. Babylon is falling. This place got to go, man, because we tired. The righteous Israelites, we tired of this place, man. We want to go on. We want to go back to Jerusalem, man. We want to go back to our motherland, which is in Jerusalem. Like it says in Galatians, Galatians chapter 4, Jerusalem is the mother of us all. That's our motherland, man. Yerushalayim, the land that was promised to our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Who Who don't want their own land, man? We don't. This is not our country. This never was our country, black man, black woman, black child. But y'all love this damn place so much, the majority of our people. How do I know? Because y'all about to engage in this damn buffoonery paganism in a few days. You know? That has nothing to do with y'all, man. Knowing damn well our people didn't celebrate that pagan madness. You know. And that holiday, not even that holiday is just probably a few centuries old. You know, when our ancestors been keeping the high holy days for thousands of years. When you read Leviticus 23, you ain't gonna find Christmas up in there when it talks about the Lord's feast days. If you wanna know about the Lord's feast days, read Leviticus chapter 23. You ain't gonna find no Christmas up in there, I promise you. I challenge any one of these damn pork chop eating motherfucking pastors. But they don't got the balls to do it though. I say, okay, Pastor Pork Chop, show me Christmas in the Bible. If you can't show me Christmas in the Bible, forfeit all what you got. Like, give me all your money. And I'll take that money and give back to the Pope. But I don't want his dirty money though, because his money is got through deception. You know, I'm just all over the place, man. You know, I just woke up this morning. But I'm just saying, these lying son of a bitches, man, been lying to our people. They know Christmas is pagan. All these damn pastors, the white pastors, the black pastors, they know that shit pagan. They know it's pagan. But y'all instead of putting up them Christmas trees, and y'all stop lying on Jesus, man. Y'all been lying on Jesus for so many thousands of years. You know, lying on Jesus, talking about this head. Jesus is the reason for the season. Stop lying on Jesus, man. Jesus isn't the reason for this season. Pagans are. Nimrod is. Jesus wasn't born on no December 25th, man. Y'all need to stop lying on Jesus Christ, man. Y'all giving the Messiah a free case, man. Y'all lying on the Messiah, man. Straight up. Y'all been lying on him ever since them fun boys, painted Caesar Borgia in the Renaissance era. When y'all came up with this pale hippie image, you know, Caesar Borgia. Now you got the world deceived, still being deceived by that pale, effeminate image. You know, when you read the word that he was a man of color, a melanated man with woolly hair, you know, darker than Wesley Snipes, darker than Sidney Poitier. He wasn't no pale, effeminate hippie, you know, that speaks softly. He spoke with authority, man. He spoke with authority. He spoke like a masculine man, you know. So y'all can miss me with all that buffoonery, man. Real talk. Real talk. But yeah, man, I just hope the truckers, you know, get back on point, you know. Hope he get his sentence reduced, but if he get his sentence reduced, it's probably gonna be still gonna serve a lengthy sentence. But man, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this video short because I'm at 18 minutes. So man, this is Real Talk without Moshe Ben. I'll catch y'all on the next one.